Man, all right, it's your boy Chocopie, man. Like I said, I'm always gonna be real, right? I just sometimes I don't mind if my wife is around, and sometimes like it's kind of awkward me like doing this stuff in front of her. Like I said, your boy might seem extroverted, but sometimes he can be very introverted, man. And I just told my wife today we got a big day. We got an inspector coming for the franchise, and it's not that big of a deal, but it kind of is. So I told her to go pray and please give me some space to do this because I feel like sometimes I can't be myself if my wife is around because I still feel like it's a little cringy for me at times, even though I've made hundreds of videos now. All right. I'm sure some of you guys that do these can relate. Anyways, this is Thoughts from Nobody. Part, I don't know. I got to look it up on my phone because I'm old. Anyways, today is December 3rd. Okay. And like I said, you don't have to be Christian to listen to me on these, all right? There is a book in the Bible called Proverbs, and it's by King Solomon. I mentioned this in many of the videos of this, and it's just full of wisdom, man. And I never get through it. And you know what's going to be fun? It has 31 chapters, so we could go through every single day by it. Anyways, I'm wasting time. But I never get to finish the whole chapter. But the thing is, we're going to do this for however long it takes so we could skip around as we go back in time. You know what I'm saying? So here we are, Proverbs 3. My son, do not forget my law, but let your heart keep my commands. For length of days and long life and peace they will add to you. Let not mercy and truth forsake you. Bind them around your neck and write them on the table of your heart. So find favor and high esteem in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he shall direct your paths. Number 5, simple, right? Anybody can understand that. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Well, you know what? Your boy has a hard time in this life understanding that. Or, see, many of the things I read in this Bible, I'm a very logical guy and emotional guy. I can understand that logically. But spiritually and in my heart, oh man, it's hard. It is very hard. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Man, as you get older, you know what happens? In the Bible, it says, have childlike faith. It's not like be a weird child and throw tantrums and stuff. No, we all know what that means, right? Believe like a child. Children. Remember when you're young, you believed in Santa Claus. Now, I didn't because parents didn't really celebrate holidays when I was young. Now my dad dresses up as Santa Claus. You know how weird. As people grow, they change, at first I was kind of jealous. I was thinking, man, why is my dad doing that for my nephew and niece? Now that's kind of weird, right? As an uncle, I love my nephew and niece, but I was just a little jealous. I was like, he never done things like that for me. But it's okay, because I love my dad, and I love the person he is today. And back to this, it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Man, I've been trying to figure out how to do that. Faith, this thing we call faith is untouchable, unseeable. Faith, you cannot see, just like air, and I know if you've heard about Christians, they always say this reference, and I'll say it again. It's like, faith is like air. We know it, we breathe it, we know it's true because scientists says so, but we don't see it, right? We just believe it, that we're breathing in and we're breathing out things to keep us alive. This thing called air, oxygen. And that's like faith. And it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Man, it's been so hard for me to do that. Because I know, dude, even with all the supernatural miracles that's happened in my life, still, I am having a tough time, but it's getting better. See, my journey with God, some people, like they meet God and boom, their life has changed forever. Like they're a completely different person. Stop drinking, stop smoking. Everything is done. Not your boy. Your boy has done this and met God when he was in his teens. 18, I believe, is when I met God officially. Now, before that, I remember a distinct memory when I was like 12 or 11, when I went up to the altar for no reason and I started weeping. And I don't even know I was weeping. Now, that's one of the first times. My wife just does not understand. It's all right. It's a marriage, right? Anyways, sorry, she just showed up and I just asked her to go into the room. But that's my own problems, man. Like I said, I'm a shy boy sometimes. Just being real with y'all, all right? Anyways, it's very hard for me to trust, especially with all the ups and downs that's happened in my life and the betrayals and stuff. I'm a kind of guy, I could be friends with someone in a day. Like if I meet you for the first time, like I'm very open. I'll tell you everything about me in a second. And if you cool and I like your personality, we already friends. Now the other person might not think like that, but I do. But then my trust has been broken a lot. But with God, he's always been faithful. But the problem is we're humans. With all the miracles he's done, it's weird because as time passes, right? I'll tell you, when I went to jail, and I say this, and I've said this a lot of times in my vlogs and my Twitch streams, every time I come out of jail, oh man, I always think if I could keep that attitude, that mindset of when I come out of jail, that gratefulness, that deliciousness for any type of food, man, I would be unstoppable and unbreakable. But this is what happens. It happens to everybody. Now, not everybody. There's some special categories. Like I said, the ones that meet God and turn their life over, and they're totally different. I'm not one of those. But for most of us, like I said, when I came out of jail, I'm so grateful. I'm like, I'm never going to do drugs again. I'm never going to drink again. I'm never going to do bad things again. You know, I say all these things, but yet again, a week goes by, maybe a couple days, maybe even a month goes by, and then you get comfortable. The real world, the free world is what we used to call it, you know, for us jailbirds. The free world. Once you're in here, life comes back at you, right? You get used to it again, just like you get used to being in jail. And you forget the gratefulness. And just like that, all the miracles that God has done, as the months pass by, the weeks pass by, I start to forget sometimes. And then I get scared again. And fear comes into my heart. And trusting in God, or trusting in whatever you trust in. Like for me, it just starts to waver at times. And it's not good. But I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm trying. And God is leading me through a different journey than a lot of other Christians. I have dipped my toes into almost every single thing I could think of. Just a little bit though. He hasn't fully plunged me in there. You know, I've never been to prison. I've never killed nobody. I never shot nobody. You know, I stolen. I was a thief. You know, I ransacked houses. Only one time I robbed someone in their house, but they weren't there. You know, but like just these things, that's when I was very young. Like these things I've done, but it's just a little bit. Not all the way to ruin my life. And that's the covering of God. And with that, even today, as I have a very important thing for my business coming up, you know, we have barely any money right now in our business account. And we knew this. It's wintertime. God even says in the Proverbs, save money in the summer, like an ant. You know, I'm just kind of generalizing it. But it says because you need it for the winter. How right is that? For my business, at least. But here we go again. I prayed yesterday. I said, God, have your way. And today, I prayed that yesterday. I'm going to pray that again because I'm hoping that whatever this inspector comes, he won't ask me to put more money in than we have already had. My father has already put in more than $2 million of his retirement money into this, helping his son, his stupid son, that's trying to be a better man, you know. But it's all right, man, because you know what? God is the one that blessed my dad, even if he can't see it. It was the years of my mom in that closet praying for her whole family that is the reason I believe, because my dad always told me this. In business, son, there's about 90%, I believe he told me, hard work and 10% luck. Well, you know what? That luck, for me, is God. It's not luck, it's God. God made my dad be in the right opportunities. Even, dude, you know how many other people work as hard as my dad? Dude, look at all the other people that work hard as my dad. But not everyone reached the level my dad did. And my dad is not super rich, but he's in a place where he could gift his son a $4 million business, right? He says it's luck. I say it's God. And it's okay. But anyways, that's all I have for this morning thoughts. Like I said, we only got to verse 5, baby. I just have so many thoughts and stories, man. So like I said, this is Thoughts from a Nobody again with your boy ChocopieSenior. Check me out on Twitch stream. We're almost affiliated, baby. All we need is 3 viewers concurrently as the ratio. And we're going to get there. I feel it. And YouTube kind of stalled me, but it's all right. We almost at 3K on YouTube. So come on, baby. Let's do it. God bless.